Hello everyone, welcome to my first playthrough of Ragnarok Online. This is the international version, which is the official one, and I'm currently in the renewal server, which is the Chaos server. So I've played this game a long time ago, and I've recently just returned, and I basically want to guide everyone through how to play this game, where to start, what class to pick, how to earn money, get equipments, all of those good stuff. So this game, in my opinion, is very confusing. And for new player to hear that, basically it's just making the game not as fun because they're confused and they don't know what to do. But after you actually understand how this game works, it's really addicting. And basically what my objective is for this first video is at least guide you through so that you could get your first class and explain all of these stats and what class to pick, where to train, all of those good stuff. Feel free to skip through ahead if you don't want this introduction and just see the playthrough, but right now I'm going to start by just saying all of the classes that are in game and that I recommend starting off with. So there are a lot of class, and if you're playing the official version, there's actually a new class that just came out like last year, which is like a cat human with not human but like a cat man. I don't recommend starting with that even though they're pretty strong. It's just Ragnarok has a cool element of rebirth, and if you decide to take the rebirth path, and I'll go through what rebirth means as I play. Basically, I recommend playing human classes, which is what I am right now. I am a human. So what I recommend starting off with is I recommend starting off with hunters. Hunters are very good soloer, regardless of what their level is, from 1 to 100 third job class. They have access to one of the best AoEs once you hit third class, and before that, they're really good solo. And because they're far range, they don't even need to utilize that much HP potion, SP potion, because they can just shoot from really far away, and by the time the monster comes towards you, they're basically dead, so you won't even take any damage. So I recommend Hunter as a first class because they have pretty good damage, versatile, and they're cheap to use. The second one that I recommend would be Knights. Knights are pretty tanky, and they have a thing they can ride called a Peko. And basically what it does is it increases your movement speeds. And basically this is a point-click movement, so as you can see I'm moving right now, and this is a 100% movement speed. And basically everyone's gonna move at this speed unless you use skills or if you like ride on mounts, which is what I just mentioned, like a Peko for Knight. And basically Knights is really good solo as well, but the only downside is they have close combat. But to take back that downside, they are really good at tanking, which is why they're good at solo as well. And the third one that I recommend would be Mage. The only reason why I said that is because Mage has early game AoE, and AoE just means area of effect. It means you can hit a large area of surface. So that's really good at leveling. When you have a lot of monsters, you just use your AoE and it kills them all. You get a lot of experience from that. But the downside is magicians have very low HP usually because they're a magician and their base stats aren't that great for the HP. And another thing is every skill they use requires SP, and SP items in this game cost quite a lot. Like if you want to regain your SP by eating some items, they're pretty expensive in comparison to recovering HP, because you cannot buy SP potions in store, you can only buy HP potions in store. So you will need to get those from either monster drops or you need to buy from other people. So that's the first three classes I'm going to go with. So this character that I created with, I'm going to start off this character by creating a mage. I already have a hunter before, so I really want to try something new and just create a wizard. So let's start with the stats. So strength here, so in other MMO, strength usually means like your attack power, and it's the same for this one, except there are more to it. So as you can see, I have 1 strength here, and there is an attack here that says 1. This 1 basically corresponds to how strong your character itself is. So right now, because I'm a level 1 with no strength, my status is only 1, which is really bad. And the other plus 17 actually came from the weapon here, which is the knife. So you can open this knife up and you can see that it actually has 17 attack power. Okay, so attack for this guy is the total attack of your strength and the weapon you're equipping. So if you're adding strength, you're adding power to your character and you're giving more effective to weapons. So if I had 10 strength, for example, this would no longer say plus 17 because it will actually increase the efficiency of using physical weapons. And also, one really important aspect of strength is it increases your weight, which is right here. Weight is how much things you can carry. If you're over the carrying weight by 90%, you cannot use skills. So it's really important that you have good enough weight so you can carry a lot of potions. And as a knight, your equipments, your armors are going to be heavier than the other classes because you are wearing heavier armors, like chain mails, rather than magicians wearing robe. So this cloth cotton shirt here is weighted 10. But if you were to wear an armor, it might weigh like 100 or 50. It weighs a lot more to wear metal objects, of course. So that's what strength is for. Agility. Agility basically increases your flee, which is how often you dodge a monster attack, and your attack speed, which is right here, ASPD. Attack speed is really important early stage for any player because you're just going to point and click a monster to kill. You don't have any skills. So your attack speed is what determines how fast you can attack and kill a monster. Okay, now let's go on to Vitality. This basically means if you want to add this, it increases your HP, increases your defense. So basically this one is your endurance, how long you can survive from a monster hit. There's a lot of other useful things such as increasing efficiency of drinking potions. So right now, if I were to drink a potion, it might recover 50, let's say. But the more Vit I have, the more effective it is. So maybe the 50 will become 70 if I add like 10 Vit or something like that. So if you want to check more of those details, there is a lot of resources. There's even a wiki for this game. So you can go ahead and take a look. But ideally, Vit, I think, is the most important stat in this game because every character needs vitality, and if you don't have vitality, you will die and you cannot boss without vitality. So not only is it important for health, but it increases the effectiveness of your potions, which is really important for bossing because if the boss attacks you faster than you can heal, then you will die. So Vit is really important. Intelligence is for magic users. It increases your magic attack. Again, it says 0 here. 0 because I don't have any equipment that increases my magic attack. Because this weapon here, a dagger, a knife, only increases the attack by 17, but not magic attack. So if I were to hold a staff, then it will increase magic attack. But this also increases your SP, which is right here. And it also increases, again, SP item recovery, which you're not going to be using often. But the natural SP recovery is important, which is going to come from intelligent. And natural SP recovery just means how fast your character can regenerate SP by itself without using any items. And let's move on to dexterity. This is really important for hunter players because it determines your range attack. And if you're holding a bow, the attack of the bow doesn't come from strength, it comes from the dex. So that's really important. And it decreases your cast time as well. So if you're a magic user, you need dex because it helps you cast faster. Other important aspect is hit rate, how often, like the accuracy, how often you hit a monster. Without high accuracy, you'll basically miss. So without dex, you won't be able to hit a lot of monsters unless you're doing critical hits. Critical ignores your hit rate, and magic also ignores your hit rate. So if you're playing a mage, you only really need to add dex because of the cast reduction, but you don't really need the hit rate. But early stage mage really needs the hit because we're not going to be having that much magic early on, and so dex is still needed regardless. So finally we have luck. Luck is basically just a jack of all trade. It increases all of the stuff I mentioned before, just a slight amount though. But the most important part is it boosts your critical rate, and it also increases your perfect dodge. And perfect dodge is actually not listed here on the stats menu, but perfect dodge means what you can escape. Like we have flee here that can dodge, but perfect dodge means you can dodge everything. It includes everything like magic. Basically, it ignores your hit rate and it just dodges. And as I play through this game, perfect dodge will show up sometimes, but it only mostly show up in assassins because they have skills that increases their perfect dodge rate. Um, but basically, all of these stats are important regardless of what class you play. So as a mage, which is what I'm creating here, strength is still going to be useful because I need weights to carry a lot of potions. And I guess for mage, the least useful would be agility because I'm going to be focusing more on health rather than dodging. And attack speed don't really matter for magic, which is why what I'm going to be focusing on is going to be dex, int, and vitality. And late game, I'll increase some strength so I can carry more potions. So let's get started. So I have almost 50 stats point here that I can add. So I'm going to add 10 to dex just so I can hit some monster. And the rest, I'm just going to leave it for now. I can also pick 10 vitality, but I'm just going to see how well I can survive off monsters. So the playthrough will start now, and I'm going to basically start by doing these quests. As I play through, I'm going to show you where is nice to train and some tips as I go along. But as of now, I accepted this quest, and basically what it does is I just accepted a quest, and you can check your quest here. And I didn't pick it up yet, I guess. I just talked to her. So you leave through portals, and then you go to different settings. So we start off in a city called Islu, which is basically here on the map labeled. Islu, you see the highlight, Islu town. So, okay, so let's accept quests, and I'm just gonna play through as I go. You can read the quest yourself, I'm just gonna skip through it. So, basically what it's doing is just teaching us how you can navigate and do stuff. I don't know how to do that. I should probably talk to him again because I think I can pick up a quest from him. Yeah, I am not sure. Okay, whatever. So, this girl here, it says increase AGI Echo. Just talk to her. She'll give you a movement speed increase because we're new, you know, so they'll be like, oh, do you want me to cast increased agility on you? Yes, please. So after I cast AGI up, like, just an important notice, AGI does not increase your movement speed. AGI only increases the stuff I mentioned before, but movement speed is actually from a skill. So this skill is called increase AGI. It includes increasing your attack speed and your movement speed. So don't get a wrong impression that AGI increases your movement speed. It doesn't. Movement speed usually comes from skills or amounts. So here I'm going to talk to this informational staff. This is basically just going to help you navigate around this map. But I'm going to teach you how to just do all of these. On the map there in the top right corner, you see how these are blinking. There's like a green, red, there's a green cross, a blue cross, and a yellow cross. Basically, they're saying, go to these places, and these are quest related. So if you open a quest now, it says searching for treasure. You have to find the hidden treasure of 3 different places indicated by the map. So I've already done this, so I'm just going to quickly go through this. It's good to... What is this? No, shut up. So I'm going to walk to those places and just do... So it's actually pretty active. You see a lot of people walking around. And you also see a lot of people trying to get you to go to scam website. Don't trust those. They're just there to try to earn money from poor fellow people that believe in their money, whatever. And if you really want, you could just block them. But I'm fine with that. As soon as you leave this map, you're good to go. So what I just did there, I just clicked the sign, and as you can see on the mini map, that cross is no longer blinking. It means I've met the objective. Oops. And basically all I have to do is to do those other 2. And I'll probably skip through this so you don't have to watch this. But basically just do this quest because it gives you a potion. And getting free potions is always good because you don't want to spend money. And as you can see, money in this game is called Zenny, which is indicated right here beside the weight in the top left corner. Right now, I have zero Zenny. So that's not a good way to start. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to finish up the quest and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've completed the quest. I'm going to talk to him again just to complete the quest. after you finish, it gave me 20 novice potion. And the top here, you see a lot of boxes. These are basically a shortcut. You can go to click escape, and then you can click shortcut configuration, and you can basically set any key bindings you want. And the skill bar corresponds to whatever button you set to. This is really important because I'm going to put my potions here. As you can see, I'm going to drag the potion. Let's see, I'm going to drag the potion to 4 because I'm used to it. This is just how I do pods. If you want to take this away, you can just drag it and put it somewhere else. I forgot how to do that. Put it here. I don't know, whatever. I'm just gonna leave it there. And I also received Flywing. And Flywing basically is going to send you to a random spot in this map. So as you can see, I've dragged that to... Something is wrong with my mouse, it seems. Anyways, so I'm gonna drag my Flywing to this spot, and I'm gonna have a Novice Butterfly somewhere else because Novice Butterfly is pretty important too. It basically returns you to the nearest by town that you it returns you to the town that you saved. So as we began here in Islu, it automatically saves us this city, but in the future, you have to talk to a specific NPC to save. So if you die, you go back to that town that you saved. So here, I'm just gonna put that there in case I need it. And we're gonna keep on going. So this character here is also gonna be an increased AGI echo, basically helps you navigate the town. So basically, the quest I've done here is already completed. If you go to quest, it's gone. So there's another quest here indicated by that bubble. We're gonna do that too. This is really simple. You just talk to him. It teaches you how you can drink or consume your potions. And he gave us an apple juice. We're just gonna eat it, and the quest is done. So we're gonna talk to him. He gave us 30 more potions, which is gonna be really important. So you just keep talking to him. He's gonna send you to the academy, which is the building here. And this is basically where you're gonna do all of your quests, teaches you how to fight and all of those stuff. But since you're watching this video, you can just follow the guide, you don't have to listen to him. There's a quest here, just talk to her. And it says, what can I do for you? Register for the academy, and it'll give you 300 potions. You know, 300 potions is gonna last you for quite a while, so be sure to click register for the academy. It also gives you a set of free equipments, which is fairly strong, but the only downside is that only for novice, which is basically jobless. So once you become the job you want, you can no longer wear these equipments. And I'll guide you through how you can get new equipments for free as well. But as of now, we're gonna put this on because it's much stronger than our weapon. Our knife is 17, but look at this. This is 45. That's a big difference. So whatever you get, just equip it. There's 2 hat choices. I personally like this yellow one more because it increases your HP. At any point in time, if you just want to check the stats, just right click the item and an item will pop up, the description. So here it says my max HP increased by 15, which I only have 50 to begin with, so adding 15 to that is going to help a lot. And it has max SP also increased by 5, and it has a defense of 2. On the other hand, this Novice Egg has 6 defense, so it has higher defense, but I prefer HP, so I'm just going to wear that. So as you can see, I've worn all of the stuff, and this should get us through until we job advance. Okay, another thing I just saw is here. You see how there's a white slot here? It looks like cards and stuff. So all of the items not some of the items, like this one for example, doesn't have that white slot, but this hat on the other hand has one. So what this means is you can equip cards in it, and cards just means cards is going to come on from monsters. And maybe I remember if during events you can get cards too, but mostly from monsters. And basically, you can equip cards to the specific equipments, and it will add stats depending on what cards give. So that's basically like upgrading your equipments by whatever cards. And you can only do that once, and once you put in it, that's it. You can't take it out unless... those are some advanced stuff that I'll go through. You don't need to know that now, but these are just card slots that you can use to upgrade your equipment basically. So, another thing is you can upgrade equipments itself without using cards, and that's called refinement. I'll go through that if I want to refine, but in the future, when I have something that's refined, I'll show you how you can do it. And basically right now, I just want to get through this and get my first job, go to this room right here, talk to this person, and you accept the quest basically by the third conversation. Basically, you can see this person here trying to do the quest, but I'm just gonna tell you a shortcut. Right now, basically what it wants you to do is, it wants you to damage the fire element eggs, which is right here. As you can see, if I point at the monster, it's level 10, but it's a fire attribute. There's 2 here. I'm not even gonna do it. It's just gonna ask you how much damage, and basically here you can just have I attacked? Sure, I did. What damage? I'm just gonna say 18. It says you're good, I guess. So whatever. I finished the quest. It gives me more job experience. And oh, I forgot to explain. So there are 2 experience bar here. One is for base and one is for job. So to job advance, you need to look at your job level. And job level here is basically determine when you can job advance. Base level determines your stats. So there are 2 different stats. Job level increases your skill points. These are my skill tree here, and you can basically just go to a shortcut and click skill. You can see all of the shortcut again in the shortcut configuration interface, and you can see skill list. I set it to K just because I got used to these key binding, but you can just open up, or you can just click here in the top left corner that says skill. So up to you, whatever you want. So base increases your stats, and job increases your skill. Basically, these 2 will come hand to hand. If your base level is too low and your job is too high, that's fine, you can still job advance. It just determines basically your skill and your stats. Reason why it's 2 is because your stats also determines what monster you can kill. Job determines what skills you have access to and how much skill points you have. So I don't want to go too much into details. As you play, you'll understand it. So to get to my first job, I need to get my job level to 10. And then I can pick up a job. So one tips here that people don't usually realize is you talk to this guy and he sends you to a special field. And this special field has monsters that are really easy to kill but gives you so much experience. So I'm just gonna talk to him. He'll be like, send me there now, okay? And he'll send me to a field. And this quest is supposed to be here just to teach you how to catch a pet. Pet is not really that useful, to be honest. It's there if you want to auto pot, you can. But you have to feed it and stuff, so I really don't like that. But basically what it does is, you got sent to this field, and if you talk to him, he'll give you items to catch pets, if I remember correctly. Oh, it asks me to talk to this portal. Okay, so you see these stuff on the ground, you can pick them up. These are just items that are dropped from monsters. Someone probably killed it earlier. So let's talk to the pouring. And voila, voila, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I could help you. So what it does is, it's asking us to help catch, I believe, is it? Oh no, okay, yeah, okay, there we go. So you talk to him again, he'll give you 5 unripped apples. And if you right click this, it just says this is a taming item, and taming item basically is to try to get pets. So I'll show you an example here. I don't really care, but I'm just gonna show you how to catch. So you double click on this item, point at the monster you wanna, oop, I just missed it. Okay, so if you misclick, that's it for the item. So you point at the monster you wanna catch, and there's basically a, okay, I failed. Okay, so I have to use the item again, try to catch it. Okay, succeed. Okay, there we go. So we succeeded in catching, and then what we got is basically a pet. You can double click this using a pet incubator, and then it'll basically give you 50% HP recovery. So that's pretty good actually. So once you use the pet, it'll give you 50% more HP recovery rate when the pet isn't recovered. And what that means is just your natural recovery. It's not from potion, it's a natural one. So if you sit or you just stand there and do nothing, your HP recovers naturally. So this basically increases that recovery effectiveness by 50%, which is pretty good. But again, I don't really care about pet because I have to feed them. It's annoying. So I'm just gonna go ahead and find monsters and try to kill them. So here down below, you can see that in the chat, it shows that I've picked up items. So I got little unripped apples from the quest, and I also got the egg from, capturing the pet. Earlier, you also saw me pick up some apples, and you can basically adjust all of these stuff by clicking that target sign there, and you can display what to show and what not to show. In the general message, I usually don't show like the experience point and stuff, so I'll just go and kill one monster to show you what I mean by that. So let's find some monsters. So because, okay, I see one right here. So just attack, try to kill it. Oh, okay, one shot because I do have 10 decks, so I didn't miss. And I got a job level already. So it shows here you got 72 experience and 40 job experience. And this is a lot because if you go somewhere else other than this map, let's say you go to some new map and you try to kill another point, those will only give you like 8 experience at most. And what just did there, like I rotated the screen because this is a 3D, I would say not really a 3D, but a 3D bird eye view. So you do need to utilize that 3D function to see the whole map. So I'm just gonna keep on going and kill these monsters. There's nothing really exciting here. You're just gonna keep killing. But look, I'm already at job level 6. And nowhere else would you get this kind of experience with monster that you can just kill one shot. So I recommend going this place and just keep on fighting until you get to job level 10. So I'm just gonna speed through this and I'll come back when I hit job level 10. That person just steal my monster. What the? Okay. So another function that I want to bring up is that you can zoom in on your character with just scrolling on the mouse, and you can zoom out. It's always better to zoom out because you can see the environment better. You don't want to have monsters that are... Okay, so there are 2 types of monster. 3 types, I should just categorize them as. So one type is just passive. They don't do nothing until you attack them. There's type 2, which is these guys here. They don't attack you if you don't attack them, but they also follow items. So porings pick up items. So a good way to level up if you see a large bunch of porings is you basically just go... Okay, for example, there are 2 here. Kill one, it'll drop item. Oh, okay, it didn't drop item. Thanks so much. Okay, let me just find another group of monsters. Okay. Okay, so I see 2 here. So you see 2 porings. If I kill one and it drops an item, it basically attracts all of the other poring. This is type 2. I guess this is sort of active passive. And there's the type 3, which is aggressive. And what that means is as soon as you enter their vicinity and they can see you, they'll run towards you and start attacking you. That usually doesn't come until, you know, mid game till late game. Early stage, the game doesn't want to kill you with aggressive monster, but there are 3 types of monster, and when aggressive monster hits you and you're about to die, remember you always have this fly wing here that you can just teleport somewhere else in the map, which is why it's useful. Okay, so I'm already at job level 9, let me just speed through this, we're almost there. Okay, so I just see a blue, like dark blue one here. This guy is basically a stronger version of the porings, and this is a ringleader, so if you attack it, all the other subordinates around its vicinity is going to attack you as well. That usually only shows up like you know, in the map once in a while, and what it does is it basically gives you a lot more experience. So if we go back to the bar here in the chat and in the bottom left corner, normally it gives us 72 experience. Oh, okay, I already got 10, so it gets 0 because you cannot get any more job experience, but it's like usually double or 4 times, which is really good. So if you see ringleader and you think you can take it down, take it down. So I'm at job level 10 right now, and I'm gonna go get my job advancement. So what I'm gonna do is just teleport back out and go to the 2nd floor of this building, which is where all the jobs are located. And I'll show you one more thing after job advance, and then we'll conclude this episode. So we go to the 2nd floor, and basically you're gonna look for this sign that says your class. So here it says swordsman. Nope, I don't want to be swordsman. Keep going. I see taekwondo. That's not it. Gunslinger. Nope. I'm looking for mage room, which is here, mage classroom. So we go in, and the person that's gonna job advance for you is gonna be right here, which is the mage Chuck, whatever that name is. Okay, so usually it'll teach you, do you want to learn about mage, and if you want to learn, you can test out some skills. So if you really want to level up faster, which in my opinion it's already pretty fast with just stabbing, if you do want, You could go to these rooms, test out some skills, see which class you like. Most of the rooms like Swordsman, Thief, Bowman, they will give you some skill to try, but I don't need to because I can job advance already. So you just go here, scroll down, and it says, I want a job change to a mage. So I'm gonna take that. Oh man, your basic skill doesn't... Okay, so before you can job offense, you have to use all of your skill points. As you can see, I have 9 skill points I didn't use, and these are just basic skill. It enables you to trade with other people. If you at level 1, enables emoticons, sitting, join party. So these are really just the essentials that you need anyways. So just add 9, and then I'm gonna ask her again to transform me to a mage. Okay, so right here I transformed and it gave me a free rod. So look, my outfit is different already. My outfit here, the reason why I chose mage is because it looks really nice. Like, not because it's revealing or anything, it's just really nice design as a mage. So look how we have all these equipment taken off already because we can't wear any of them. We're not novice anymore. If you go here under your name, you can actually see you're a mage. So you can't really sell these for money. So I'm just gonna tell you in advance, just to drop it. Like, don't put it here. It's just gonna confuse your equipment. Just drop it. Other people maybe wants who can pick it up. Like this hat though, you can still wear this hat, so don't drop it. Wear the hat and wear the rod that it just gave you, and then throw the rest. Anything that says novice, just throw it. Okay, so I still have the cotton shirt and the knife here, which is not novice. If you go check, it's for all jobs. So keep these because you can sell for some money, just a very small amount, but it's still keep it. Okay, so let me just open skill real quick, and now in the MISC, like our beginner and basic skill is still here, but it expanded all of our skill that we just got because we're a mage. So here, what I recommend if you're playing a mage is get Fireball as soon as possible because Fireball hits multiple targets, and that's really useful for training. And basically, the Fireball deals good enough damage for you to reach maybe level 50-ish, and then you can use other skills. But if you're playing a mage, try your fastest to get Fireball, and you should be good to go. Okay, so as I promised, I have one more thing I want to show before I conclude this episode, and that's basically going to lead you to how to get more equipment to what you should do next. So after we got a job, you're basically free to go anywhere you want. You don't need to follow any more of these quests, but I do recommend it because it gives you free equipment. So you can see this white-haired dude here says Eden Teleport Officer. Click it, and it'll teleport you to a Eden group, which is gonna have a lot of people. I'm just gonna say it's really hard to click. There's tons of people here because people trades and do stuff here. Okay, so I'm just gonna go right up here, and behind the counter you see a lot of NPC. Talk to this purple hair girl. And it's basically going to be like, oh, do you want to join the Eden group? Click join Eden group. Okay. Join Eden group, and then it's going to give you free 5 yellow butterfly. I'm going to show you what that does. But it's just keep going, join, type your name. My name is Punchy, but I'm just going to put random stuff. And it's going to say like random gibberish the first time you type it, so that's why I type random stuff. So just type your name for real this time. And then just enter. And then it'll be like, okay, you type your name. So you're good to go. I gave you an ending mark. So let me just explain these 2 items that it just gave me. Oh, it actually gave me a lot of stuff. It gave me Battle Manual, which is going to increase your EXP increase by 150%. Which means if you want to level up, do sign up. These Blessing Scroll is basically going to cast a skill called Blessing. It's usually a skill only from Acolyte, which is a priest. Well, before you get to a priest, you are an Acolyte. You get a skill called Blessing and increases increases your integer, dex, and I believe increases your vitality. I don't remember correctly, but it's a scroll that gives you stats boost for 3 minutes. And agility, basically this scroll is what we've been getting from the NPC earlier. Increase agility, your movement speed, and it increases your agility here. So it gives you free stuff. Yellow Butterfly Wing teleports you any town you want. Well, not any town, any town in Midgard. So here in the world map, you can see that top left corner we have Midgard. There's many different locations, but you're going to be spending most of your time in Midgard. So this is going to get you to places for free. And you only have 5 of them. So I'm not going to use that a lot because There are other ways of transportation other than using this. This is just important. So keep it and try not to abuse using it. And finally, this adding group bass, it's at first I thought this is useless, but this is actually the same as Novice Butterfly Wing. It returns to the town you saved, but it has a reduced wait time of 2 hours. So if you don't want to waste your Butterfly Wing, click this, and in 2 hours you basically get 1 free return to your save point. So that's that. So after you join, you're basically free to go. So thank you for watching the first episode. In the next episode, I'm going to be showing you what you should do next, where we should start training. I do have a side character, so I will be transferring some equipments over, just so I can make this playthrough easier, to show you guys what you can do with equipments and what you can do without equipments. So I'll see you next time.